bit we see, like the one brother has like a belt of shotgun ammo across like a bandolier, and he's like, "Well, nice Christmas lights there, brother number one." And he's like, "Well, God, it would be Christmas if I didn't see you every day." Like it just. Dog shit. It's terrible, and it never stops. It's a constant patter. It's like it is this green.
They're all ripped. They have like blonde, crispy highlights. They're like fucking conservative Krasenstein.
Yeah. They're very. They're like almost identical. They're very unnerving to look at.
Oh, it's hard to look at.
They're large. They have like the fast haircuts,
idiot grins.
I think
they were awful
special
fucking
effect
humor.
So we were like, are these like MMA fighters or something? And then like, I was like, no, like these have to be like famous troops or something. So Felix, unlock the
You looked it up. Because for a moment, the terrifying moment, and I actually joked about this on the way. I said, we're going to try to find who they are. Like, we're going to scroll IMDb, and they're not going to be there. And we're going to, like, look for reviews. And we're like, where are they talking about the twins? And somebody who's seen the movie goes, there weren't any twins in that movie.
But just before Felix reveals it, it's just that not only are they like a yuck moment, it's that at that point, the movie has become very tragic.
Yeah.
And they're standing over like the dead body of one of the other marauders.
Yeah.
And the twins they show up and they're like, "Hi, Mom." And then she's flanked by the twins and they go, "We're the good guys."
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And then there's this kind of like yuck energy.
Yeah, one of them goes, this is my brother Steve, and I'm his older brother, 2 minutes older. And I'm smart, and I'm a genius, and I'm so nice. And he's like, "Oh, brother, can you get a load of this guy?"
And then like as they're doing the yuck 'em up routine, grave strings start to rise about the challenge ahead. But then they're still on, and it's like the mom like getting ammo. But then they're still on camera going like, "I just wish my dumb brother would leave the toilet seat down more often." But the music is evil sounding, and they're doing jokes, and it just throws you completely off.
It is like Hideo Kojima should watch this scene.
It is
because it's like it's the most unnerving thing we've ever seen. But
okay,
all right. So I just want to like the quickest stat check. Chris, you have the most sanity points out of any member of our party right now. Second most at 1 is Will. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, right.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh no. I don't know if I'm
The
ready.
Benham brothers have,
Oh God.
have co-authored 3 books: Whatever the Cost, Living Among Lions, and Miracle in Shreveport. I am so not done yet. They are the founders of Benham Real Estate Group in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Benham brothers are outspoken Christians. Their dad is Flip Benham, who is one of the founders of a precursor group to Operation Rescue, and they are former minor league baseball players.
Wait, were they ever operators or like in the military or anything?
No.
Oh my God. The minor league was there, fucking Afghanistan, okay?
Oh God.
Oh my
Does not
God.
disappoint.
They probably financed this fucking thing.
Maybe.
What did they write? What the fuck were those books about?
Yeah,
wait,
me to read the
Yeah,
book?
we're going to need the synopsis. Definitely Miracle in Shreveport.
Miracle in Shreveport is okay. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
The fairgrounds field in Shreveport, Louisiana, could be summed up in 2 words for the Benham brothers: joy and a dream.
That's 3 words.
That dream brought them to the pinnacle of success and the lessons of failure, both in professional baseball and in a multi-million-dollar business.
In the multi-million-dollar business?
In a multi-million.
Okay.
I'm like tripping over these because I have 0 sanity points. Yeah. But it was a certain childhood dream and an eventual experience in a beat-up stadium in Shreveport that could only be described as a miracle. Though many years have passed, the testimony of this miracle has given the brothers strength to continue living boldly for their faith. Many of you know the Benham brothers from their time oh my God.
Wait.
You guys need a gut check?
Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Many of you know the Benham brothers from the time they got fired by HGTV.
Oh, fuck.
I
I think I remember this. They were like doing anti-LGBT comments or something, and they got canned. They had like a Reno show or something.
They thought a new show with a major network was their chance to do something great for God, something that could influence culture for good. Then the rubber met the road, and they refused to compromise their principles. That's when they got the heave-ho and lost the show.
So these guys are famous.
Getting thrust into a media controversy was not exactly what they had in mind for their lives, but God was working behind the scenes.
Nice.
And they knew they could trust him because they had seen him work on their behalf before. The brothers drew strength from an earlier time where God stepped in, peeled back the curtain, and showed his divine hand working in ways that blew their minds.
Is this the book?
So these guys are famous.
Your character sheet, toss them.
So they're
insolvable character.
So they are famous. Not only did they have a show on HGTV, but they were martyrs. They were like they're like Chick-fil-A people.
That makes
Holy
sense.
shit.
That
All right.
makes sense.
So again,
I'm wiping
imagine
away
at the
tears.
end of this movie, like the drama's at this highest. Like essentially, the piss brother has like got his leg caught in a bear trap.
Yes.
Yes.
And the bad marauders are like, like you want to join our gang? Like
the cowboy
now
guy.
you can't.
Yeah.
Because
And
you're
then
like-
Robbie tries to defend him from the cowboy, and then the cowboy murders Robbie.
Yeah.
And he's about to murder Piss Brother when the fucking the Bobbsey twins and the mom and everyone else finds them, and they get into a shootout.
Yeah,
And
but
most
then the
importantly-
cowboy gets
most
hit by a bow and
most
arrow.
importantly, the fiance sister, in conjunction with one of the Benham brothers,
Yes.
snipes two of the marauder
Yes,
party at the
correct.
same time. They're like, we have to place both of our shots at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she pulls the trigger to defend her brother's life.
Oh right. Yes. Of course.
overcoming her
She
fear.
does a murder.
She overcomes her fear, and she takes a life.
And it's like
she takes a life.
She
yeah.
synthesized it. A gun-toting Christian.
Right.
Getting rid of all that, turn the other cheek.
God's
bullshit.
guns and grits and gravy.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, like just try to imagine at this point in the movie, these two characters show up out of nowhere. You're like, hey, it's the Benham brothers, the guys from HDTV.
Yeah.
Which to me they appeared on screen as like I said, kind of like if Judge Holden were split in the middle and
Yeah.
like
Just
sprouted into
vile
two
harbingers.
Well, because
vile who were like grinning maniacally.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
death hilarious.
Well, because
Yeah.
well, I don't
hey
know. If,
kids, we're the good guys, and then at some point they reveal we're from the only city left that works. That's like fighting back against the gun disarmaments or confiscations. Or,
No,
they
no.
say
He
we're
says-
the deputies.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
of where?
Yeah,
I thought that
yeah.
civilization is gone. What are you
okay,
a
no. Here's
deputy
what
of?
happens: the final Antifa cowboy villain gets like shot through with an arrow, and then it turns out it's Brian Bosworth.
He had escaped while they were arguing, and then got the bow and arrow. And
And-
instead of trying to kill them, he saved them by killing the cowboy.
and he's like redeemed.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
and they, like he
and
says,
they forgive him, and they finally do forgive him, even including Piss Brother forgives him. Like he doesn't. And then the fucking deputies say, "Yeah, well, you might be forgiven, but you still got to go to jail. We're taking you to trial."
Yeah.
And we're like, "It's been established that society has collapsed. What trial are you talking about?"
Correct.
Brother court.
And yeah, brother court.
Yeah, we
Also-
said they were gonna have him in brother court.
Also, like-
I sentence you to a purple nurple and doing that spit thing where I suck it in right before I put it in your face.
also, they make clear that there's like no government. It's just total anarchy, like lawless state of all against all. But then they're like, yeah, like we're fighting back against the gun buyback program that's going on. And it's just like, wait,
No,
who's
they
doing
said
this?
confiscation.
Confiscation.
He said,
yeah.
for literally two lines of dialogue in a row. They say, "What is it like out there?" And one of the brothers say, "It's anarchy.
Yeah.
Just everything's falling apart. It's just chaos, and we're trying to fight it." And they say another sentence, and he goes, "But we're coming together, and we're fighting against the tyranny and the gun confiscations."
Yeah.
It's like, how could that be if
And
it's
then-
fucking anarchy?
as they're bringing him, kind of like they're cuffing him or whatever, Bosworth is going through this, redemption mode where he's like, I was wrong before, and now I'm going to have to repay for my sins. He says, repay. And I swear to God, it's just like in that moment, I don't know if it happened or if I imagined it, but the brothers are like, one of them's like, I just wish my dumb brother would repay the $5 you owe me. And it's just like, again, just tonally everywhere all
Yeah.
at once at all times. And
it
then
is genuinely macabre in a deep way.
they take him to the lake.
They go down to the river to pray.
Yes.
And both one of the Benham brothers then baptizes in what looks like to be like the runoff from like a hog lagoon.
Yes.
The dirtiest
No.
body of water in America.
No, the fucking we forgot this. The fucking fiance died.
Oh yeah, the fiance. Oh yeah, he dies.
By the way, he was injured in a way that none of us saw. He fought Brian Bosworth, and they never showed him getting injured. And then he's like suffers, and then he dies. So
the fiance, by the way, meets one of the most common Christian fates, dying at age 34, having never had sex, but having dated a woman for the past 15 years.
Correct.
And Matt, you said that's how Tim Tebow is going to go.
no, dying out a virgin in the woods. Just that's how Tim Tebow will die. So it's so the property brother baptizes he baptizes Brian Bosworth, then he baptizes the piss brother, who now has a significant leg wound and is like limping in. And you look at this disgusting hog runoff and like sulfur. And it's like he's not gonna die. He's gonna
open
have
wound.
he's gonna have like fucking
Sepsis.
galloping. He's gonna get that like the flesh eating bacteria and be
Yeah.
dead in 2 days.
They do him.
So
and then
well, I just like one detail. It's like and then like you're hearing in the background like as their heads are dunked in the hog feces into the industrial waste. Like what I assume is like a popular like Christian radio hit.
Yeah.
It's like
some
you lift me
bullshit.
up is
Yeah,
probably the
whatever.
name of it or something. Like,
you give me energy.
yeah, you
Yeah,
give
you
me
call
the
that.
energy.
Yeah, no, you give me energy.
Yeah, oh
Absolutely.
my god. Yeah, original crew boys.
Yeah.
Original.
Yeah.
OGs
OG.
only. So one more detail about the baptism scene. One of the cursed brothers is baptizing them in this unholy ritual of consecrating this darkness. And then the other brother, like all the younger, the other second tier children and sisters, and now the mother, and I don't know, like another fiance, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
They're all smiling from the bank, seeing like, "Ha, great, this is great."
Yeah.
The other cursed brother is standing behind them, laughing with a dumbass grin on his face. But in front of him, he's got a bandolier of shotgun shells and one of those like drum-fed automatic shotguns.
Yeah.
Just like tapping on.
Yeah,
it, like,
just
"This is
like
great.
yucking it up.
No sudden movements, everybody.
And it's like there is the message of the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
it's like that is the synthesis.
The armed
about-
family is the happy family.
Correct.
Yeah, like it's just like it's about love, but it's also about guns too. You
Yeah,
can't have
yeah.
one
You
without
can't
the
have
other.
that's what it's saying. It's like love doesn't mean anything if you can't defend it.
And the
with
other
guns.
half of the synthesis happens,
But-
which is that the brother goes down.
But
again.
also importantly, like the other half of that is like having guns without loving God is also bad because that's
Exactly.
like then you're a bad person with a gun,
Yeah.
which is bad. That leads to the
Right.
Cormac
Jesus
McCarthy
and the gun
murder
need to
cannibal
be-
gangs.
Yeah. Consecrated
you're
together.
wearing the bad type of beanie. You're just being
Yeah.
a bad guy. You're
Yeah.
being a
This
bad guy
is-
right down.
Yeah.
This is some Protestant shit right here. This
Yes.
is like the high test stuff.
This is beyond Protestant.
Yeah.
This is beyond like.
Oh, by the way, you
level.
never see Eric Roberts again in this movie.
Nope.
Yeah.
right.
This is beyond like any type of human understanding.
We stumbled out of the
Yeah,
theater.
Oh yeah,
we-
we were blinking into the light. We were slurring our words.
Yes.
I've never felt more disoriented, but I gotta say, like, new respect for Christians. Like,
Yes.
if they're gonna go this crazy.
Oh yeah.
It was like being put in the dirty, filthy, weird water that they
Yeah.
did in
Yeah.
the movie and
We've
coming
all
up and
been
being like, I feel
baptized.
transformed.
We are all born again in
Absolutely.
the light.
Christians, if they continue getting this insane and they can use this movie to radicalize the entire flock, evangelicals may be able to through sheer fervor. It's definitely not through technology. It's definitely not through like actual combat know-how, but like through sheer will and sheer like alteration of reality, we'll be able to take on China.
And,
Like,
and Islam, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Islam. Like this is the only way they can do it is if they change reality. But it looks like they're into that.
Yeah,
idea.
no, they're bending
And
the curve.
It's also kind of an interesting aesthetic argument because it's so powerful, but unlike an ISIS video, which is very slick and like Michael Bay-ish,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that we know that they study those films because
Oh,
they
yeah.
want to make it look cool. This was more powerful, even though it had very, very incompetent filmmaking
Oh yeah, yeah,
behind
very
it.
shitty.
And it was
They're
very
the kind of people who
confusing.
want something to look realistic. They just shake the camera back.
Yeah,
and
it
forth.
was Paul Greengrass
I just-
starter kit.
I'm also just struck by like the ultimate, message of this movie is that like even if you're the type of absolute fucking reprehensible fuck that like just like leaves a gun around and then kills one of your children and then like ruins the life of the other, that like the answer is like definitely more guns.
More
like,
guns.
just more guns. Like,
Guns are
have some
always the
guns.
answer no matter what happens.
Yeah, just like always be prepared. Well, except for that scenario where your like kid literally died.
Yeah.
And it's also weird that the Piss brother is the most into using guns and like the defense.
Yeah.
It's like, how is this kid not been like psychologically? When the movie starts out, he just seems like a normal,
He's just a
confident,
totally
happy
normal
kid.
little Bieber.
How in the universe of this movie? Again, it must be a Christian mindset where they're
Yep.
like, if you just got forgiveness,
Losses
you
and
love,
lessons.
you love Jesus. How could you psychologically get over murdering your twin sister
Because
as a child?
It's like the opening of
You're redeemed.
Halloween.
yeah.
In that scene where it's just like he's like,
Yeah.
and you see it from his point of view, and he's like,
Yeah.
here I go. I'm
It's
gonna fucking do
redemption,
it.
baby. It's American Christianity. It's American Protestantism.
Yeah.
Like the
it's
dad is
it's
cool with it?
everything.
He says
comes
like
up
in a way
roses.
that you would say about like, we were late for school. He's like, it was my fault.
The
Yeah.
only one who's not cool with it or has any lingering trauma from it is the
The
older
sister.
sister, and it's manifested that she's not comfortable or cool with guns. But she comes around at the end of the movie
Exactly.
to learn the lesson
With the help
that
of
like
the
yes, you
demonic
can take the
brothers.
life
Yep.
of like just as easy as just
Yeah.
breathing, you know,
Yeah,
or taking
which
a shit.
is very,
like-
very. That's very clear from the original text. Jesus loved that shit.
Yes.
Jesus loved murking people.
But I think that's what was so powerful about it is that we had a film where it's super Christian. Its ideology is right there on the table, and it has a scene where a child kills another child because of rampant, like irresponsible gun ownership. And this moral of the story is still
More guns,
guns,
and not
like,
just
it
guns.
confronts it.
Consecrated guns, like guns that like have been prayed over.
Yeah, it doesn't
this
shy
movie
away.
is Exhibit A, I think, if I was going to make a compelling case, and one day I might get zooted up enough to do it, that American Christianity, American Protestantism is a different religion. Like it branched
Yeah.
off, and like the intersection of religion, of Christianity and capitalism and settler colonialism created a new ideology, a new religious like underpinning. Like it operates from different principles.
Yeah.
So much so that you can't call it the same thing anymore.
Yeah,
Agreed.
as different as Christianity and Jainism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or like fucking Druze or something.
God, I mean, I'm out of thoughts. on this movie.
I'm
no.
spent.
I gotta go back home and
I just
try to
gotta say-
re-roll my character sheet.
I was gonna say real quick though. I just want to give a shout out. That was The Reliant, directed by Paul Munger,
Yep.
written and produced by J.P. Johnson, starring Eric Roberts, Kevin Sorbo, Brian Bosworth, Ryan Bugle, Molly Gray, Julia Denton, Jen Gottson Chandler, Josh Murray. He was Adam, the fiance.
Oh, nice.
McKenna Blintz. McKenna
Whoa.
Blintz. Tyler Sanders,
Off with
Marissa,
these
Line
names.
Hampton, Kevin Wayne. I don't remember any of
Damon
these people.
Wayans.
Bennett Brothers, again, not included on the IMDb page. So
Well, it's a treat.
They don't want you
Well,
solving the mystery.
They don't want you knowing this. Like the revelation that they're out there and that they exist
Right now.
These two brothers, they're dancing. They're laughing always, and like they're not on
They
IMDb.
say that they will never die.
They will never die. They're out there right now.
They're a great favorite.
in a car together, like the Terminator, just scanning the night, coming towards you.
And
no
doing,
matter where you are,
doing
it's like,
amazing riffs, amazing
it's like-
brother
it's-
riffs
it's like
the
It
entire
Follows.
time.
They could be across the country, but they're driving exactly straight towards you right
And
now.
when they kill you, they will be riffing.
Yeah,
and they're doing
Oh, the
well,
last
you-
words you hear in your head will be like,
oh.
wow, nice murder. I wish you had better aim in the toilet."
Yeah.
Oh well, wow! You sure kept a clean blood spill. Well, shucks, I'd rather spill blood than spill a few words with you.
Yep.
That's the last thing you're going to hear
Yeah.
as your vision goes to a
Annihilated.
pinprick and the eternal night takes hold.
Yes.
So there you go. The Reliant.
How many bags of popcorn?
5-bagger.
Just yeah.
Fives and two bags of soda.
I'm going
and,
five
and one of those like many-sided die to roll. For
Yes,
all
for the
sanity
reality
points
that you're
like,
dealing with. And for,
that
yes.
like obliterated.
For your
Again,
insanity.
character sheets destroyed. See you next week as the different person.
All right,
Bye.
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 Let's go.
Every day is just another chance. You can do evil as long as you come right back. Forgiveness is how the angels dance. It doesn't matter if you were born here in Iraq. You are the best of me. You give me energy. Once I was lost at sea, you give me energy. He's in our hearts before the coffee's in our cups. God is our breath every time we hiccup. He is the fistful of uppers when we crash. He will pump your stomach